This is an excerpt from my work in progress, Moses, 1935. Copyright 2024 by Michael Walker. Did you have fun then? Tom asked. It was okay, I guess, Jane shrugged. Want a pig? What? Tom asked, frowning. A pig, Jane said, shaking at him the stuffed porcine figure she had acquired earlier from one of the prize booths set up in the Woodside gym for Halloween, All Hallows Eve. They were both standing in front of the steps leading up to Jane's school. It was very dark, save for a wan streetlight that cast a stuttering, pinkish glow of the totem pole behind them, making the Thunderbird at its crest appear more severe and ominous than it ever did in the daytime. Come on, then, her brother said, grabbing her by the arm and steering her towards home. Leaves fluttered like ghosts at their feet, and a dismal wind soughed in the many trees. Trees that were as bare now as an army of skeletons. Behind them, the old brownstone school was still lit up, its windows kindled with amber lights like some elaborate, many-eyed jack-o'-lantern. Jane clutched her cartoon prize close to her breast as they hurried on. Yes, everything felt like All Hallows Eve tonight, and Jane was grateful that Tom was here to escort her home from the Halloween party at her school. Great blue porphyric slabs of clouds hung in the sky past the colored town, competing with the constant orange effluence from the Hershey factory, her father's place of torment. Tell me again, Jane asked, as they reached the top of the 10th Avenue where her school resided and turned left onto Mao. A straight 5-block shot to Wyatt. Why the Sam Hill are we all of a sudden having all these Halloween parties? We never used to have them before. I ain't complaining, just seems weird. I told you, Jane, brother replied patiently. It's because of Black Halloween. Black? Jane whispered. Sounded like yet another cobra. An echo of Black Tuesday, of course, when the stock market had taken its irreversible dive and the depression had begun to hatch. Yeah, 2 years ago on Halloween, kids all across the country went crazy or something. Took the trick-or-treat way too far, actually. Ended up turning over cars, sawed down telephone poles. Jane could not even conceive of such destruction. All across the country, by children. Nothing like that had ever happened in Moses. Even the adults here had never behaved so savagely as far as Jane knew. Even with the depression breathing down their necks day after day. Even the colors. So the city council said, "We got to make sure that don't happen here," Tom continued. And they all decided that the best thing was to have all the schools here give these Halloween parties from now on. But they didn't have one last year, huh? Jane said. No, they didn't, Tom muttered, as they continued to walk inexorably homeward, the wind still soughing in the trees. But that's how the city fathers here will operate, too, slowly. Always slow. Jane imagined in her head a cadre of teenagers dressed like scarlet devils, turning over Model A's and farm trucks on the square, bringing axes and saws to bear on the telephone poles that girded their small, peaceful town. Unthinkable. Children, have you ever met the boogeyman? Jane whispered Zach. No, of course you haven't. For you're much too good, I'm sure. She clutched her pig prize closer as she hurried on beyond Tom.